We're okay. So you Amar Aleph. We'll start from the Gemara of Amar Rabbi Yitzchak. Amar Rabbi Yitzchak. Shamati. Chazar. Amar Rabbi Yitzchak. Shamati. Shamatim beis Chanya bezman hazeh. So Rabbi Yitzchak said that he heard from his rabbis, from credible sources, that they're makriv karbanos in beis Chanya bezman hazeh. So this is the time of the second Beis Hamikdash, and Chanya went to Mitzrayim, and it's a machlokes in the Gemara actually if it was Beis Avodah Zarah or if it was actual like Bama for Hashem. So Rabbi Yitzchak says, I heard that they're makriv karbanos bezman hazeh beis Chanya. Kosavar. So he's holding that beis Chanya lav beis Avodah Zarah. He's holding obviously that that's not Avodah Zarah because Kosavar kedusha rishayna kitchel l'shat l'kitchel l'asalavi. And the kedusha rishayna of when the Beis Hamikdash afnachli yeshachar heter. So too by Nachla by Beis Hamikdash, which is our Nachla, yeshachar heter. Amr le Amrit. So went back to Rabbi Yitzchak and Sholom. Did you say this? Amr lu. He said no. Obviously it's not so pashut like that he was able to lie, but Amar Rava walehim Amra. Rava said Shua, Lashon Shua. Not like him, it's actually Hashem's name. He said Shua. He said, well, he didn't say it. No. I heard him say it. He said it, and I heard him say it. Well, my time so we're not dealing with even how he said something that wasn't true, or like why did he say I didn't say it. So, but we're like, okay, so why was he chayzer on what he said? Why did he say? Oh, so why was he chayzer on saying it? Because of this Rav Mari, the Moshe Rav Mari. Rav Mari had a kasha on this. Kedusha shili yeshachar heter, kedusha shlam enachar heter. Right, that Shilai afterwards, after the period of Shilai, you were able to, because the kedusha from Shilai, that was there during that time, you were able to be makam on a bama afterwards. And by Yerushalayim, by Beis Hamikdash, you were not allowed to. Also, he learned when they came back to Yerushalayim, bamas became aser. And that was nachla. I think that's where we learned up to last time. Pretty much, yeah. Going back to Yud Amar Aleph, we're halfway through the page. Tanaihi. So Tanaihi, it's actually a machloikus Tanaim. Amr Rabbi Eliezer, Shamati kisho yibayin beheichel oisim kloim leheichel ukloim lazara. Rabbi Eliezer said, I gehad that when they were building the heichel, they made kloim for the heichel and kloim for the azar before they built the walls in the Beis Hamikdash. They did that. They made kloim, the curtains, and then afterwards they would put up the walls there. So while they were building it in time of Ezra, I think, right? That was in time of Ezra when they came back to Bnei Gad. I think that's what we're handling over here. El shebeheichel bainim mibchutz uvazar bainim mibifnim. So by the heichel, they made the walls, the partition that we're talking about now, the curtains, from the outside, because you're allowed to be anywhere in the heichel. But the azara, where nobody has any business to be there, doesn't have any business to be there, it was within the line was the curtain, so that nobody should, even when they're building, they shouldn't end up by mistake, go on the inside. Rabbi Yeshua said also, Shamati, I heard that they will bring kabbanos even as there was no bias in the Makom Beis Hamikdash. The kohanim could eat the kodesh kodshim even if there's no climb. Kodshim kalam masasheni afapisha in chayma. And Kodesh Kalam as a sheni, even though there's no wall around Yerushalayim, because the kedusha that was there from the Beis Hamikdash was still there afterwards, la asalave. Michlal the Rabbi Eliezer savar like kitchel asalave. So we learn from here the Rabbi Eliezer holds that there's no kedusha asalave. Amalei Ravina Levashi, memai. So Ravina says to Ravashi, how do we know? Maybe Rabbi Eliezer does hold that. Maybe everyone agrees. When we say everyone, Kule Alma, we're talking about Rabbi Eliezer and Rabbi Yeshua. Maybe they both agree that there was Kedusha La'asalavai. Omar Mai the Shmilei Kama. Omar Mai the Shmilei Kama. Basically, whoever was telling over was maybe like misheard, and it wasn't actually an argument between Rabbi Lezer and Rabbi Shua. V'chitema kloim Rabbi Lezer lamali. So if you're going to say, so why does he need kloim? The kloim is only if there's kedusha not in the zman. It's nius of alma, just to hide what goes on over there, the kahanim, shachting, kabbanis, and all that. So the Gemara says maybe that's why we felt you need kloim, not because of the kedusha. El kihai tanoi. So this is like this machalokas tanoim, the Tanya. Am Rabbi Shmuel, Rabbi Yosi, lama manu chacham es eila. So we're going to go back now to learn about what they are now. So why did the chachamim count these 8 or 9? Well, 9 with Lloyd, I think it comes out to 9. Basically, chachamim es eilu k'shaol b'nei goyla matzu es eilu v'kitshum. Avashon is batlu mishavat laharas. Alma kasavik du shoshana kitshul shat kitshul os lavei. Uriminhu, we're going to upslug. Rabbi Yishmael Rabbi Yosi. V'chi elu b'vad hayu. Were these the only cities that they were surrounded by a wall? It says 60 cities that they were called Elab, Arim, Betuis, Chaim, and Gevaya. All of these were fortified with a wall. So why do we only list these 8 or 9 if there's actually at least 60? So when they came up from the Golas, Matzu Eila v'Kitshum, Kitshum Hashta. Kitshum. Hashta Amr lo tzricha lekadushay. Ela matzo esel elo manoam v'lo elo. Right. So they found these. So they basically these were the cities that they found right away. So that's why we're listing these cities. Lo elo bilvad ela kol shata'alach ha'mazaris v'yadchem ha'v'secha shom kevz chayim ha'mazishu benon kol ha'mitzvahs alon nagam ba'm b'nei shekdusha shani kitsh l'shat v'kitsh l'asad lave. Right. So any time that you find such a city, right? So the kedusha rishayna was chal on it, and also l'asad lave. So this is a kasha to Rabbi Shmuel. It's right, 2 different tanoim, 2 different missions that bring aliva to Rabbi Shmuel or Yosi. So now we try to infer it in another way. V'boy seima how Rabbi Lezer Rabbi Yosi amra. Right. So maybe it says Rabbi Shmuel Rabbi Yosi, but actually discussing his brother, Rabbi Loza bar Rabbi Yosi. The Tanya, Rabbi Loza bar Rabbi Yosi, Amar, Asher loy chayma. Right? Remember we learned this about the Yerchayma? So it's written loy, Lamed Vav Aleph. Why? Because what the pasuk is talking about, it means that it has a wall. It means that it doesn't have a wall. How could it have a wall and not have a wall? Now it had a wall. Now it had a wall, and later it didn't have a wall. So that extra vav in the loy chayma is for this situation, for where there's no wall now and there's going to be a wall later.